Hello everyone, my name is Mahsa Bani Asadi and I'm research fellow at Cranfield University working as a part of EVIC. So in my project I worked on molecular docking and molecular dynamic simulation and biodegradation of the PFAS. We chose one bacteria, Rhodosodomonas palustris, and the fluoroacetate dehalogenase enzyme. The most famous one is RPA1163, that it can secrete and it can be used for degradation of the PFAS that contain acetate group. So we've selected two PFAS, which were a long chain PFOA, which contains the acetate group, and the short chain PFAS that doesn't contain the acetate. And we did some in silico calculations for molecular docking and dynamic simulation, calculating the binding energy and the degradation pathway. Molecular docking was done with Autodock and Kimaro softwares. So we scored the different position of the ligand inside the enzymes for TFMS and also for PFOA. We saw that the TFMS mostly docked near the tyrosine and histidine residues, and also for PFOA, we observed that mostly leucine and the tyrosine were again the position of the docking. This is in accordance with the hydrophobic and hydrophilic characteristic that TFMS has, and also we calculated the binding energy. We observed that the binding energy is higher for PFOA due to the presence of the hydrogen bonds. So for molecular dynamic simulations, we calculated the binding energy and also the fraction of different kind of bindings. So the dominance was for van der Waals due to the hydrophobic interactions, but also gas-phase energy also was important. And this is an indication of the intrinsic molecular mechanics and complementary shapes of the enzymes and ligands. It also suggests that this biodegradation can happen in any media, which can be soil or water. So it gives a good insight for enzyme engineering that we need to focus on hydrophobic residues in order to strengthen the van der Waals and also geometry of the binding pocket. In the later stage, we did the degradation pathway analysis and construct the reaction energy profile. So you can see for TFMS and the PFOA. For TFMS, as you can see, it starts with the loss of SO3, same as for PFAS. And also it continues with some hydrolyzing and addition of the OH. But at some stage, we need the addition of the electron beam in order to irradiate the aqueous solution, so the reaction would go forward. And as we can see, the activation energy remains quite high, and it is an indication that the biodegradation is not very successful for that. But for the PFOA that contains the acetate group, we can see that a series of the short chain reaction happens, and we can have the PFAS that is a shorter chain and also less harmful. So to sum up, we can see that this enzyme could degrade the PFAS that contains the acetate group. It had a higher activation energy for PFOA, and also the mechanism was chain shortening for the PFOA. Thanks for your attention. If there's any questions.